I mean, listen, sir, everything is ass backwards right now. Okay. And the orange orangutan ass himself is mingling with the Saudis right now, the Saudi government and the Live Golf Tournament. Why? Because they're paying him boatloads of money to play a golf tournament at Doral. And Donald Trump is going to a dinner with the Saudis tonight. Maybe Jared Kushner will be there and ask for another $2.1 billion. But let's talk about Hunter Biden's laptop, and let's talk about some paintings that he sells. These MAGA Republicans are some of the biggest hypocrites and biggest a-holes that you can find in American politics in the history of this country.
I don't think people truly understand what's going to happen to this economy. They think that it's funny and it's cute. Two things. If you buy a $50,000 car and you pay an extra 25%, you're paying $62,500. You're going to pay more in taxes on it. And then you're going to have to finance an extra $12,500, which means you're going to pay a couple extra $1,000 in finances. Further, you don't understand, when we alienate these people, Canada, Europe, South America, Mexico, they're not just going to come back to us after 4 years once we get a new president in there. They're going to open up these new supply chains, and they're going to cut the United States out and say, you're not the big dog anymore that you thought you were. We don't need you as much as we thought. And then what that's going to do is going to devalue the U.S. dollar. And what happens when we devalue the U.S. dollar, Brian? What happens to our national debt when we devalue the U.S. dollar? It absolutely is going to crush us. That's the reason that we don't worry about that 32 or 36 trillion dollars in debt, because of the value of the U.S. dollar. We are destroying the value of the U.S. dollar, and these people don't understand basic economics.
They do not, and unfortunately, those people that you're talking about starts with the president of the United States. Now, I'm going to say this, Paul, and you can tell me whether you agree or not. This isn't just on Donald Trump. A big portion of it is on Donald Trump, but the other portion of it I put on these MAGA Republican morons who know that this is bad, and yet they say yes, master, and they're okay with this, right? There are some Republicans that have come forward that have said they disagree with what Donald Trump is doing, but the large portion of them have voted to give Donald Trump the power to do this. It is on those Republicans, and now they own it, while the Americans will suffer for it.
It's because of your guest. Listen, he's a white nationalist. Let's just be real, Brian. You don't have to say it. He is not a stupid guy. You and I both know him. I don't know him. He's not dumb. He knows exactly what he's doing. I didn't see that. I didn't know about this. That didn't happen. If it's a white guy that storms the Capitol and beats police officers, well, we don't know all the details. He pled guilty, but did he really? Did he know what he was doing? But if a Mexican's been here for 30 years and pays their taxes and couldn't get the documentation, yeah, throw him in El Salvador. That's exactly what this is. And they fear that you do that. You do transgenders, and you just basically scare the hell out of these people that think that their version of America is going away while the economy collapses. That's exactly what happened to Benito Mussolini.
Yeah,
he's going to destroy the country, and the economy is going to tank. And at some point, his cult will turn against him at some point.
Let me tell you something, and I will say this, bluntly, and I will say it as clear as possible, Paul. When the economy continues to go in the wrong direction, they won't be able to blame Barack Obama. They won't be able to blame Joe Biden. They won't be able to blame George Soros. They won't be able to blame it on DEI hires. The only person that they're going to blame it on, and they're going to be forced to do so, is Donald J. Trump. And I feel like eventually that is going to happen. I do feel like eventually that is going to take place. And when it does take place, maybe, just maybe, this is delusions of grandeur, but maybe it's the end of MAGA. But because of this, we are all going to suffer for it, my friend. I appreciate your call.